Happy Tuesday. Thank you for tuning in. If this is your first time tuning in, I welcome you to my page. My name is Boalia Desmond. I'm a wife to one, a mom of two boys, and I'm on a mission to help families create and increase their generational wealth because of what it has done for our family, right? Debt freedom has really helped our family, and I'm on a mission to help other families understand how they too can live a life of debt freedom. So today's message I titled 3 Steps to Help You in Your Finances. But really, when I first heard these 3 steps, they weren't taught to someone who needed help financially, right? But they applied to anybody in any situation. And today I want to talk to my financial peeps. I want to talk to the people who need help in their finances. And if you're thinking, you know what, that's not me, hey, I'm all good in my finances, then apply them to maybe if it's your health, if it is you need help in your marriage, you need help in relationships, or whatever it is that you know you are lacking in or you want to improve in. Apply these 3 steps. Okay, but today I'm talking to the financial peeps, and I want you first and foremost, if this is you, maybe you have maybe you're in debt, you have $1 million in debt, maybe you have $1,000 in debt, maybe you're just way in over your head, or maybe you don't even know how much you owe. That's the first thing I want you to do, is sit down and write out your debts, right? Sit down and look at your finances on paper. You need to know that much. You need to know, and it's scary. I know it's scary. We were there. We were scared to look. We knew we had debt. We knew we had way too much debt, but it gets scary, and you're afraid of what you're going to see. But first and foremost today, sit down, write out all your debts. How much money are you paying out every single month? I want you to do that, okay? Because the first step is critical. Your first step in these 3 steps is to see yourself free of that. But you're not going to be able to do that if you don't know how much you owe. You're not going to be able to do that if you don't know what needs to be done, right? So if you owe $20,000 in debt, I want you to see that debt paid off. Okay, visualize that. Now, what does it look like? You're done, right? You have no more debt, but I need you to see that. First, you've got to see that in your mind. And then number 2, create emotion around that. Create some emotion around it. So when we were on our journey to debt freedom, I remember being so overwhelmed by the amount of debt that we had. It was overwhelming. We had I think it was close to $300,000 that we had to pay off. And my biggest fear was the house payment, right? The mortgage scared me to death. Why? Because I was always afraid that what if we both got unemployed? How would we pay for our mortgage? Because we had little kids, and I just didn't want to ever have to look at my kids and say that we had to move because we couldn't afford to live in our home anymore. That was my thing. So I created emotion around that whole thing by hating the debt. I hated having a mortgage. Okay? And that was so passionate for me that it moved me to action every single day, right? I hated having a mortgage. Having it scared me. I know people say, you know what, you need to have a mortgage or whatever, but you know what? When we went through 8 months of Tim being furloughed and not having any idea from month to month where we were going to come up with that money to pay that mortgage, that was not fun, okay? There was nothing fun about that. It was hard. So first step, see your debt gone. See the results that you're looking for, okay? See them. And then number 2, create emotion around that, so that you know that it moves from here to here. And then number 3 is take action. You've got to take action. Okay, so once I moved from, oh my gosh, this is how much we owe, oh my goodness, to now I hate that debt, we have to do everything that we can to pay off that debt. Now it moved me into action. And you've heard me say before, we took a year where we didn't go out to eat. Drastic, yes, but it was a year, and guess what? It served us well. But we had to be serious. So you got to get serious about whatever it is that you want, that you don't want anymore. Create some emotion around it, and then you've got to take the first steps. You got to take the first steps. If you're trying to save $1,000, you've got to take the steps, right? This week, instead of going out to eat, take that $15 and put it somewhere. Take that $10 and put it somewhere. Whatever it is, but you're going to need to take action. Okay? You're going to need to take action. So I hope that helps you. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you tomorrow.